Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to demo my Life OS system that I've been building with Claude for the past 2 weeks. I'm basically building this system in order to keep me consistent and on track
goals
with
or
major
major
goals in my life. For example, leaving the 9 to 5, physical health, mental health, learning Tagalog. This is an engine that I'll use every day that helps me stay on track, motivated, and I'm going to demo that to you today. Okay, so let's start with Claude. Claude is the main engine or the main AI application I'm using for this project. As you can see here, I have projects. It's my Life OS April 26. So if we look here, so I've plugged in this folder into Claude, and here are the main documents that it uses for my engine itself. So the main documents are master goals, life context, finance context, daily engine, outreach tracking, personal to do, phase one, today, and my weekly plan. So these are some of the main documents that I've configured in order to make this work. So as we can see here, so master goals, this is the main brain. This is the main brain of my project. This is where my mission lives, my life domains, and the rules I've set for how the system works. The weekly plan is the current week. Every task that I do is outlined here. Every workout, every Tagalog lesson, everything that I'm focused on goes here. The daily engine is a file that tells the AI how to operate every day. It tells Claude how to work as my daily assistant. The today MD file is basically a file saying what I've done for the day. Personal to do is just personal errands that I need to run on a given week or a given time frame. And these are the main files for my system. So if we look at the first file, the master goals, you can see here it says, my core mission is to leave my 9 to 5, build income generating assets, create a system that runs and improves my life daily, document on YouTube. So this is basically all the goals that I want to do and everything that I'm after. So I made this with AI in order to have a blueprint for my engine to work off of. As you can see, even for my workouts, it's outlining all the different kind of workouts I have. So strength days, agility, KB days, recovery, my weekly flow, my mental health, journaling, meditation, gratitude, learning Tagalog, my finances. As you can hear, here are some of my success metrics: 0 to 3 months, 3 to 12 months, long term. And so what I've come to is this is basically how I use Claude every day. So I have basically two engines, if you will. So every day I open up a chat window with my documents and I use the Haiku model, and I basically will ask it, what are my plans for the day? It gives me the information and I'll have it update my daily progress as I go. Every Sunday, I'll open up another chat window and I'll use Claude Sonnet, which is basically my planning engine. So we'll go through the week, we'll archive the week, we'll plan the next week. If any major updates need to happen to my infrastructure, it'll help me do that. So on Sunday, I use Sonnet. Every other day, I use Haiku. And this is basically the split of how I use my system. And then as you see here, I have a future system idea. So I do eventually want to pull this system out of Claude and put it into my own software where I have a dashboard. I have more of an adaptive engine, somewhere where I don't have to use two separate chats in order to plan my life. So there are improvements that I do want to make. And if we look here, these are just some of the future ideas that I want to build into this system. Okay, so let's see this in action. So here goes one chat that I built. So let's say, just so I can show how it works, what tasks do I have open for today? So as you can see here, it tells me video 3, which is this video that I'm actually recording. Another task is to edit and upload the video, some outreach that I have to do, my budget. I still have to do my journal for the day, meditate, and do one social rep. And as you can see here, it's already said, you've already crushed a 60-minute walk. I've done my workout, I've done my gratitude journal, and I've done my Tagalog lesson. So this is my daily engine. Let's say, what does my workout for tomorrow look like? So it knows that tomorrow is my rest day. No workouts are scheduled, and that is correct. Tomorrow is my rest day. And it gives me some information here. So let's say for the last, how many tasks have I completed this week of all my goals? So it's going to look through my weekly plan doc, which has all my tasks for the week. So we can actually look at that here while it thinks. So you can see what it told me. Assets, which are building my YouTube channel and figuring out ways to leave the 95. I've done 62%. My longevity, which is my workouts, 71%. My mental, 48%. My social, 43%, and my Tagalog, 50%. So this is being driven off this weekly plan document. So you can see here in weekly plan, I have all my open tasks. And again, this is created by AI, so I don't do this myself, but I on Sunday when I use Sonnet, we work together to create this weekly document. My workouts every day of the week. So every week, again on Sunday, I work with Sonnet and we plan the week. And then if we look at today MD, this is the file where it keeps my task for a specific day. And I did this primarily because Haiku was having a hard time remembering my task for a specific day. So I came up with this so that it would clearly know, look here for all my tasks. So basically, so it wouldn't get confused. So having this file works very good for that. Here I'm asking it, am I doing good this week? And this is more the experimental AI part where who knows what it's gonna say. But it says, yes, you're doing really good. Here's why. It's telling me some of the things I've done. And there's that. So this is my daily engine. I use Haiku. And if you looked on the left side here, I've started to name each day and each chat window. So this is 5826 engine. M2 just means for me that I opened up another window by accident. But this way I could keep track of every day. So if I want to see what I used the engine for yesterday, I could come to 57. Now here you notice I have engine and V2. So since this is a fairly new system, I'll use Haiku during the day as I work through my day. And sometimes Haiku will do things that I don't like. So then I'll flip up a planning chat, which is using the model Sonnet, and I'll tell Sonnet to make updates to my master documents because there's something I'm seeing in the engine that I don't like. After I do those updates, in order for my engine for a specific date to capture those updates, I have to start a new chat. So that's why you see here I have engine v2 and engine v3. That means on May 7th, I made basically two updates to the master documents for the engine to pick up. So, and as you can see here, this is planning my planning model, which is right now is using Sonnet 4.6, and I use this to basically plan my weeks. Primarily, I'll do this on Sunday, or if I'm making a video and I want a transcript, I'll have it make the transcript for my video. And so this is Sonnet. So this is basically a quick overview of my daily Life OS system. Where this is going, as I said, I want to eventually move this out into my own application. I want to eventually have specific agents for every one of my life goals. So, one agent for physical fitness and longevity, one agent for finances. Right now, I'm using one agent, but eventually, I want to split that up and fine tune each agent for every specific area of my life. One thing I want to do is I also want to make this into a dashboard where I can look quickly at it and every day get a good feeling of where I'm at, what's outstanding, kind of like a very quick snapshot. Using AI in this fashion with Claude, I can't do that. So that's where, when I build my own application, that's where that piece will come in. So right now, I'm just laying the foundation for this. But that's eventually where I want to take this. The main goal of the AI right now is to help me leave my 9 to 5. I have been doing work on the business side. I've reached out to 10 businesses this week. And to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out what is the best problem I could solve that businesses are going to pay for. So I'm making lead generation systems now, but that may evolve and change. Right now, I'm just getting reps, and my system is helping me do that and stay consistent every single day. That's the current state of my Life OS system. If you want to follow and see where this goes, I'll be posting videos periodic through the weeks, just showing where my system is at and how I evolve it over time. My goal is to have a final system that will help me stay focused and help me work towards my goals every day with the least amount of friction possible. I have a very good start here with Claude AI, but I'm going to fine tune it every week until it's exactly what I want and it helps me move forward and stay consistent every day.